The surge in hate crimes against Asian Americans only getting worse, and some of the accounts are extremely violent.
When the door opened, he stepped forward and slashed me.
Hey guys, it's Savvy Surreal, and if you know what it means, you know what it is. Hashtag vibing with Savvy. Guys, today we have a very different. So Easy Mill dropped a video called Stop Asian Hate. Now, it's not actually he that posted it, but I know it's featured with him because I know he's gonna rap at the ending. And this is something that has been going on lately. A lot of Asian people been getting a lot of hate, which is very sad because it's like, it looks like every new season a different race gets hate. It's either Black Lives Matter or Asian hate, and it is so sad to see that we will never get peace as people. People will never realize that we're all one. I don't understand why someone has to get hate because of their race. But the thing is that that's the world we live in, and it is so upsetting to hear. It is very sad because I see this stuff on my social media every time, and it's nothing where I can stay away from it. As much as we want people to be aware, it's so sad because I can be the happiest man and I can say, I'm like, fuck, I can't really be happy because I know someone else out there is suffering or dealing with this type of shit. Sorry for swearing, but it really pisses me off. So obviously, this is an awareness video that I decided to share with you guys today. Yes, it is a bit sad, but guys, I have to. I really have to. Okay.
We all know the violent acts that have been targeted against Filipino seniors Mel Quintana and Vilma Carey. There is no doubt that their race was their face.
When I was slashed inside the train, I cried for help, but nobody helped me. So I was a victim twice. First, by the...
Okay. Let me just state this. I am a very emotional person. But at the same time, the type of industry I want to go in, it does involve these type of stories, and I have to learn how to be strong. But when you guys see me crying, I apologize. I don't ever want to cry on camera, but I know these stories are going to be so upsetting, and it's like seeing this right now and knowing that this was caused because purely hate against a race, it leaves me questions. Like, I want to know what's going through certain people's head. Why you can have such an anger towards someone that you barely even know. Like, how can you have anger to a race? I don't know. Let's just watch this. I can't.
person who slashed my face, and secondly, by the people who just watched me.
I'm the daughter of Vilma Carey, the woman who was attacked while walking to church near Times Square simply for being Asian. I ask that we share the sense of community with one another.
I'm really dismayed with all the hate crimes that are going on right now against Asian Americans.
When the economy is in trouble in the United States and millions of Americans are out of work, people who look different from the white majority become the scapegoats of that period.
Well, we know that racism against the API community long predates the pandemic.
It happened in 1882 with the Chinese Exclusion Act, after Chinese from China helped build the Intercontinental Railroad.
Hatred against the Asian community is hatred against humanity.
It happened in February 1942, 2 months after Pearl Harbor, when the 120,000 Japanese Americans were placed in concentration camps right here in the United States simply because they are of Japanese ancestry.
So it breaks my heart, but this is the thing. You can hear the date she's saying, right? These happened centuries ago. This is not 2021. So the fact that this hate is still going on, it doesn't make sense. And personally, I feel like this stuff is more in America, which is odd because they have so many races. Same as England, but England, I don't think they make it as obvious as the States. I'm not going to it, but like when it comes to the States, I see a lot of this stuff, and it's like, why is it still going on? Why is it because we're not the same race, or because of the way we look, or I don't know. Honestly speaking, I can't say anything because I don't understand it myself.
To see all of the violent crimes being committed against the Asian American people. It happened to Filipino farmers in 1930 in Watsonville, California, when there was 5 days of race riots directed after Filipino farmers and resulting in several injured Filipinos and a Filipino farm worker shot to death. It's just not right. And I hate the fact that now I feel afraid, not only for myself, but for my family, and especially for my children. And now, the violence against Asian Americans in general and Filipino Americans in particular, it was initiated by the former president when he started calling this deadly pandemic Kung Flu or China virus.
我不是病毒，更不是你发泄不满与愤怒的工具，请停止一切形式的仇恨行为。
We are not a virus. Racism is a virus. We are human beings. You stop all forms of hate and violence against all people. We will no longer remain silent.
Let us not just start.
I must speak now as well. So you know how they said COVID came from a bat or whatever? Personally, I don't believe that. When it comes to sickness, it seems like people always blame animals because animals cannot talk. And even if, let's say, it came from there, why do we now have to be racist to that race? It doesn't make sense. It's the same as Ebola, people started being racist to black people. But like when it came to COVID, it was very sad to see like Asian people getting hate. I remember there was this young boy and he got beaten up, I believe it was on the train. And it's like, he lives in the UK. So tell me how, because of what race he's from, he now has to get beaten up because they believe he has it or because his country gave it to, like, I already said, these things I don't know how to talk about because I can't explain it for you. I'm not them. I really want to have video of them explain why so-and-so was done or why they affected this race so badly. I don't understand why you had to treat them like a virus. That is why there's only so much I can say. It doesn't, like, humanity doesn't make sense, honestly speaking. And at this point, we'll never get peace, and that's what's so sad about it. I don't imagine this world at peace at all. It's only going to get worse, and you can see it with the new generation that's coming up as well.
Start the conversation. Let's start the motion. For hate stems from fear.
We need to report any injustices that are inflicted upon our community because no one can tell us that we are less or that we do not belong here.
We call on all Americans to speak out strongly against this rising tide of hatred and bigotry. Asian Americans have been a vital part of this nation's history, and they belong here just as much as everybody else who have come from foreign shores and call America their home.
This is our home too. We deserve to be safe in our communities as we ride the subway, walk to church, walk our dogs, take our children to the park. No matter your country of origin, your native tongue, your immigration status, your age, your gender, or your economic background, we belong here.
My mom Vilma belongs, I belong, we all belong.
It is so important for us to support each other and have each other's backs. And it's also so important for us to stand in solidarity with other communities of color as we all fight against white supremacy and systemic racism.
For long term, we have to teach our children that hate is corrosive of the spirit, that hate destroys the soul of America.
And we are not alone. Our allies stand with us in solidarity and in unity.
we continue to raise our voices to keep public attention focused on stopping this scourge of hate.
I'm gonna stop right here for now, right? Because, like, what else do we have to say? How else do we have to use our voices? What other type of protest, if it's not peaceful, if it's not violence, what else do we do to get our voices heard or justice in life? Freedom to be who we are and not be affected because, oh, I'm Asian, so I'm going to get beaten up for no reason. What else can we do? Because it's a fight that's been happening for generations and generations and generations, and it is not going to end. What do we do as people? Because we've tried so much, we've made so much awareness. Social media is a thing where this awareness is going on, and people are still having the same mindset. At this point, I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know, but I know the world needs to restart. The world needs to end, because I don't ever see us coming into peace or having justice. No matter how many years, no matter how many songs we sing, no matter whatever we do, we will never get justice, and that's a sad thing. And that's me being honest about it, because we've been fighting for years. What else do we do?
We must all remain vigilant and look out for each other's safety and well-being.
And I hope you'll join me in taking a stand against anti-Asian violence and prejudice.
I urge all Filipino Americans to be vigilant and to learn how to document and de-escalate hate crimes as recommended by NYPD.
Let's call on elected officials to provide funding and resources to the Asian American community to help combat this violence and hatred.
Let's mobilize together. Stop Asian racist attack. Filipino lives matter.
And to the non-Asians watching, I implore you to do your part to stop anti-Asian hate. Stop attacks as you see them. Call out anti-Asian racism, even if there are no API folks in the room.
And to our white allies, I want to inspire you to dig deeper, because we need more.
Assure your API friends that you will help keep them safe.
Let's all unite together and stop racism.
Let's stand up, show up, and speak up against Asian American hate.
Stop Asian American and Pacific Islander hate.
Let us all stop Asian hate crimes.
Please, stop the hate.
Stop. Just stop the hate.
And no matter who are around you, the choice is always clear. Always choose love.
So in the end, the true answer is love of neighbor.
No Father God.
Obviously, the fire into Easy Mo part, it is sad to hear them say that. It is sad to repeat for centuries and nothing happened. But I'll be honest with you, it was a must for me to do this video, because what grew my channel was Philippines. Who helped me, like, you know, feel better about myself or like push me are Philippines. You guys have helped me out so much, and to hear that you guys are going through this is so sad, and I wish there was more we could do. But honestly speaking, I hope our answers get answered one day. I hope the hate can stop. Please stop Asian hate. As there's only so much you can say in this generation, honestly speaking. It's very sad, but I do pray for you guys' safety during the lockdown, during the pandemic, during all these violence that's going on between you guys. I do pray for this world, honestly speaking.
God forgive me, for I'm explaining too vividly. I don't have no patience as it is to tell you how it's going down for a count, but the line's lost in this amount. And now I'm lost, I'ma make a route, going on toes, making all you shout, turning you perfectly. To settle the high rough and unforgettable message no surgically. Making me pick apart what they want, cause what if it's murdering me? Cause there's an incredibly high of a chance for it to be meant that I die in a dance. Just cause I'm fading, I cry for my friends and family members. Man, try about the Asian hate in front of me, I won't even speak. I'll block you in your face so you young in your pocket. I'm never letting that easy slide unless you see me die right in front of my eyes. My own for families and victims die because of our pride. Most of these sisters just die. Gonna hurt when I peak because I'm messing you up.
And you know one thing I can say? When it comes to Philippines, because I do a lot of you guys' reaction, right? On this channel, obviously my reaction channel, you guys are so proud of where you're from. There's a lot of people that are proud of where they're from, but you see, when it comes to the Philippines, like, I know who you guys are because you make it known in the songs, everything. You get what I mean? And it's like, when it comes to every race, or when it comes to the world, we should look at ourselves as family. It doesn't matter if it's blood or not. You get me? But Easy Mo's going hard on this, I won't lie. And it is upsetting because you can see the frustration in his voice and the anger. It's just sad.
One of my sisters, yeah, I'm messing you up. Go her, me and my brothers, man, we messing you up. Asian hate, yeah, we messing you up.
What can I say? Let's just, you know, applaud all the people that were using their voices to speak on this video. Let's applaud Easy Mo for using his platform for good and, you know, fighting for the Asian rights, honestly speaking. Because I've always said, if I have a platform, no matter how small it is, I want to fight for human rights. And I already said, there's only so much you can do, because who hasn't said anything before? Who hasn't protested before? Who hasn't tried to make a change, but nothing changes? As I said, I do pray for you guys' safety. Please be safe out there. It's so sad to say, oh, don't go to the park with your kids because, oh, so and so. You never know what can happen. That's the sad thing. It shouldn't have to live our lives in fears in 2021. But guys, I'm wishing you all the best, and please, 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 please stop the Asian hate.